I was living under the rock till date. Didn't know that sound plays such a major role in our life. We have Jusstin Shon out here.
You must have heard about the Big Bang theory. The origin itself is sound.
So these mantras set at certain frequencies, right?
Every mantra is powerful. People with different types of depression, anxiety issues. If there is a block anywhere, the sound goes there and it keeps hitting those blocks. There are many youths who are going for EDM. It is the worst. Alters the state of mind.
Oh.
Heart chakra has 639 frequency. The base of everything is your relationship with your own self. What we have done to safeguard your mind. Is it safe? Is there any shield? Nothing. Any moment, anything can attack. I can say something, you have no control over it.
Hey you, welcome to RAWR with Sneha. I am your host Sneha Desai. Thank you for being a part of RAWR community. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button because that helps us roar even louder. So what is RAWR? I think in a world full of hate and negativity, RAWR is all about spreading love and creating a space of love. And that's what we are doing out here. Today we have an interesting guest out here and I'm super duper excited for this episode. We have Jusstin Shon out here. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so you are a sound healer, a sound therapist, a graphologist and a numerologist. Wow. And
Just wow.
Just wow. And I happened to do a sound healing session with you. And that's when I got introduced to the world of sound. I was living under the rock till date that I didn't know that sound plays such a major role in our life.
Yes.
Yes?
It does.
So tell me, what is sound exactly?
Sound is everything from which this entire creation was created.
Okay.
It was created. The origin itself is sound.
Like how?
Like the origin of this entire creation, you must have heard about the Big Bang theory.
Yes.
Bang, whenever there is a bang,
Yeah.
there has to be some sound.
Yeah.
Isn't
Okay.
it? At the same time, not all sounds can be audible to human ear.
Yes, true.
And whenever I say sound, means it has some vibration,
Yeah.
some frequency, because every
True.
sound has a different frequency and a different vibration.
True, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. And quantum physics says everything is vibration and energy.
True.
Yeah. So that's how sound, through sound everything was created. The first sound, primordial sound of this universe is Om.
Okay.
From Om everything emerged, everything was created.
Okay. But then how does that impact us? Like when you're talking about sound healing, okay, the first, you're saying creation started with sound basically, and Om is where everything began. Yes. But how is that connected to us? Like how does that impact us?
Very good question. You are bang on the spot.
Yeah.
How it works. In the first place, we need to know what is healing.
Okay.
Healing means something where you need to give some attention to.
Okay.
Something which is not all right, something which is not aligned. True. That's how, when there is some disalignment, that's how people things doesn't fall in sync.
Yeah.
When there is alignment, when there is healing, there is alignment. So sound creates an atmosphere for the body, where we are talking about this physical body.
Yes.
It gives an environment for the body to heal by itself. Body has the power to heal by itself.
So you're saying that
it creates an environment.
Huh.
See, no medicine can work if the person doesn't rest at all. You give the best of the nutrition, you give the best of the medicine,
yeah,
and don't allow the person to rest at all.
it's
The
not going to
person
work.
won't heal.
Yeah.
The best of the medicines won't work at all. We have seen people when they undergo a kind of series of treatments, you will see the person is made to rest. The more the person rests well, the recovery is much faster. But again, there is different kind of rest. You can make a person forced to rest physically, but you cannot force the person to rest mentally.
Because the mind is going to continuously work.
Of course.
Yeah.
There comes the sound. So there are various different set of sound. When it is played in a certain combination, certain frequencies,
Okay.
it helps the mind to go into deep rest.
Okay.
So when the mind goes into deep rest, the autonomous system gets activated and it starts to heal by itself.
Yeah. They're continuously thinking something
Yeah.
or the other. Yeah.
In a day, a normal person has around 40 to 50,000 thoughts.
My God. Okay.
A normal person.
Okay.
If it exceeds, then you
Imagine
have
a
to take
person-
the person somewhere else.
And imagine a person who overthinks. I think.
Yeah. So a normal person gets 40 to 60,000 thoughts.
Okay.
That means so many things are going on throughout the day. At this moment of time, you have something going on at the back of your mind.
True.
Thousands of people are calling you at the same time. What will happen? You have, say,
I will not be able to attend
just
even
imagine
one
you
person.
have 20 phones around you
Yeah.
and everybody is calling. What will happen?
Yeah, it will give me stress and I
Of
won't
course,
be able to handle
the
it.
same thing is happening. Now in this world what we are living, the major issue what people are facing is attention span. So nice reels you keep making.
Yeah, I think.
People are used to it.
Yeah.
But they keep on scrolling.
Scrolling.
Yeah. So what happens? You are training your mind like this. And the mind keeps on wanting for something new every time.
Yeah. I think they get bored very fast now because.
Of course, the
you're
same
so
thing
addicted.
happens with relationship. then.
Yeah. I am still coming back to the whole fact that this is true, but then we have other modalities also which help us connect to ourselves. Like we have meditation,
Yes.
we have silence retreats,
Yes.
we have so many other things.
Yes, definitely.
What is it with sound that we have a connection with?
Sound is the most ancient form of healing. Connection is much deeper and very, very scientific. How we get connected with sound. Do you know music connects the world very easily? People accept music very easily and there is no language for music.
Yeah. If you like a certain sound, it'll stay with you. And
Yeah.
you can,
What connects people with music? It is this sound.
Okay.
And whenever I say sound, that means it has a frequency as I mentioned before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our connection with sound is much before we have come to this planet.
Okay.
Yeah? And let us connect it with our scriptures, with our Indian scripture. We have heard the name of Abhimanyu. And what is Abhimanyu famous for?
He was famous for,
Why do we remember him, Abhimanyu?
he knew some technique, like during the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what I know. Okay. I am not going to say much. Yeah. But
So he got the knowledge of entering inside the Chakravyu.
Chakravyu. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where he got this knowledge?
He got this
How he got this knowledge? Where he got
in
it?
his mother's womb.
Womb.
Yeah.
He was still inside.
Still
the
inside his mother's womb. Yeah.
womb, Isn't it? What
Yeah.
does that denotes then?
That he could hear things that were happening around.
Why only he could hear things? You also must have heard so many things. I also must have heard so many
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But only thing is that we don't remember
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But scientifically, a fetus has the capacity to hear and to absorb the vibration externally, whatever is happening.
Okay.
So that is recommended for any, it is always said that any pregnant lady should not be exposed to violence, any kind of visual violence or
Yeah.
audible violence or physical violence, because that is going to impact the child
Directly.
directly.
Okay.
So how that impact happens? It is through the vibrations, external vibration, which the child inside can catch on. How it catches on, isn't it?
Yeah.
How it happens? It is the child which grows inside. It grows inside a fluid,
Yeah.
isn't it? The
Yeah.
child is inside
a fluid. Yeah.
Always inside a fluid.
Yeah.
Now, what is the basic nature of water? The basic nature of water is to absorb.
Okay.
It absorbs.
Yeah.
It absorbs the vibration. If we talk in terms of sound,
Yeah.
Otherwise, it absorbs anything and everything, whatever you put in water. It tries to absorb
it. Yeah, true.
It is also, there is a ritual, there is a tradition to follow Garbha Sanskar. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It was lost in between for a while. Now people are realizing it and then, getting it back.
Yeah.
So, sensory organ to form in the body. The first, I'm telling, the sensory organ. The first organ to form in the body is the heart.
Heart, okay.
Okay, we'll talk about it separately.
Okay.
The first sensory organ to form in the body is the ear.
So we start hearing the first, like as a sense that we start.
Yes.
Oh,
and
interesting.
the last sensory organ to leave the body is also the ear.
Okay.
Even after the person leaves the body, the person can still hear.
Okay.
And that is the reason there is a ritual in all the religion to read some holy book, chant some mantra, even after the person leaves.
So these mantras and these holy scriptures, they are also set at certain frequencies, right? Then, because then,
of course, there is a, every mantra is again a sound which has a specific frequency.
Yeah.
So mantra by itself carries some kind of energy. There are energies in every mantra. Every mantra is powerful because it carries a certain frequency. And it benefits, or the impact is more when you chant those mantras in a specific manner.
Okay.
In the correct manner. Yeah. The pronunciation should be accurate.
Accurate, yeah.
For example, if you don't have time, and there are various mantras, there are different types of mantras. So some mantras are such that you can chant loudly, which is audible.
Yeah.
But there are certain mantras which you are not supposed to chant loudly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which are those mantras that you can't?
Those are called as Bij mantras.
Bij mantras, okay.
So you're not supposed to chant them loudly.
Why?
It is like that.
Okay.
But internally, when you even remember those mantras, it starts to create the changes or the vibration. What you can get from this sound, this you can get without the sound also. Because you just remember those Bij mantras, the transformation starts happening. Yes.
Okay.
But this should come to you or to anyone through a master. This is given by initiation. You get initiated through those mantras. It is given by some spiritual guru.
By some spiritual guru.
Yes.
अच्छा. आपने बताया कि ठीक है, sound important है, and there are good sounds. So what about the bad sounds? Like how are they impacting us?
Of course, there are good sounds and not so good sounds also. अच्छी ध्वनि भी होती है और कुछ ऐसी आवाजें हैं जो हमें अच्छा प्रभाव नहीं देता है. जैसे ट्रैफिक की आवाजें हैं, उसका भी इम्पैक्ट होता है हमारे ऊपर, लेकिन हमें उसका अंदाजा नहीं होता है.
तो कैसे होता है उसका इफेक्ट? मतलब हाउ?
क्योंकि एवरी साउंड whatever is going on, in the first place, हर आवाज हम सुन नहीं सकते हैं. हमारे से बेहतर आवाज जो प्राणी है वो लोग सुन सकते हैं. हमसे बेहतर सुन सकते हैं वो. तो हमें हर चीज सुनाई नहीं देता है. और जो भी सुनाई दे रहा है उसका भी इम्पैक्ट होता है, क्योंकि हमारा सबकॉन्शियस कांस्टेंट प्रोसेसिंग करता रहता है.
So अभी भी जो आवाज आ रही है वो कॉन्स्टेंटली अफेक्ट कर रही है कहीं ना कहीं. अच्छा.
होगा ही. अब यही चीज आप किसी प्रकृति में जाइए, when you go to nature, you spend time there, you just be there, nothing will bother you. You will not feel low in energy at all.
Yeah, that happens.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just go to a mall and come back. You do nothing, just go even if you be there, you can feel your energy getting drained. Try it out.
That happens.
You just try it out once. Do nothing, just go sit there and come back. You will feel your energy drained out, because it is not just the sound. It is the thought process which is going on, because every thought is again carrying some frequency. I'm talking the next level now.
Yeah.
So the frequencies there which is going on is all about shopping, all about, looking at things. And there are too many thought process which is going on. There are too many people. So when we go to such areas which is crowded, our energies get drained very fast.
So abhi, for example, ठीक है, ये तो एक normal life we are living and we can hear like the traffic sounds and everything. When we are seeing these movies now that you see, recently I saw Animal, and people are loving it. But the fact that it has shown so much violence, also in terms of like अभी war चल रहा है, तो news देख रहे हैं continuously.
Yes, it impacts a lot.
It impacts a lot.
It impacts to that level that the energy of the house gets disturbed.
So you should be very careful of what you're watching, hearing.
Of course.
So it's going to alter your state like...
Of course.
In a minute.
Keep on watching these news channels repeatedly. 99% of whatever is shown in the news is negative.
Yeah.
Is negative. Isn't it? And if you start your day by watching news, you have started your day with watching something negative. You have filled up with all the negative vibrations.
Because the body is continuously absorbing those sounds. And now you're carrying it. So it's going to affect you mentally somewhere or the other.
And daily basis, there is a routine at different houses. Say, okay, 10 baj gaya news lagao. So it is creating a kind of, shifting your vibrations.
I have personally attended 2 sound healing sessions. One was with you and one was previously with one more therapist. And I remember one of my experiences where it took me to my childhood. A particular sound teleported me to my childhood, and I could see visuals. It took me exactly to that place in my childhood. So why does sound, how is sound connected to your emotion and to your memory?
I will ask you to do an experiment. And also the viewers to do an experiment.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes closed for a while and then just imagine certain visuals of certain movie. Just recollect certain visuals of certain movie. Or rather, you just put on your screen on and mute the sound and watch a particular emotional scene. That won't impact you, that won't touch you at all.
Yeah.
If you mute it.
Yeah.
And then in the second level, what you do, you just switch off the visual completely and just listen to the sound. It will still impact you.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
How?
True.
There is a connection with sound. And when I say sound, we just don't listen to sound. We can feel it.
It brings out so much emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we feel it, we feel from the entire being. And when there are certain particular music which is introduced with the emotional scene, it creates that feeling.
Yeah, you can cry because of the sound. Because
we have certain instruments what we use during the sound session where we trigger certain emotion. To trigger certain emotion, we play certain bowl, certain sound.
So to get out the trauma, sort of a thing.
So all the hidden stuck emotion suddenly bursts out.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. And this is so interesting, and I had so many emotions coming up during both my sessions. You've done so many. How many sessions have you done till date?
I don't count them.
You don't count?
As of now.
Okay, but
Many, yeah.
Which has been the biggest, where you've addressed to a large audience? Like how many?
Large audience with the sound, what we did was around 3,500 people at one go.
3,500 people?
Yes.
And it can still impact every one of them, together?
Everyone, even if the person is at the end of the hall.
They can still...
if he's able to listen to the sound, it will impact.
Okay. And what has been, this is so interesting. I mean, or you've done these sessions, have you seen something breakthrough? Like, ek aisa aha moment for you also in your career. Like, do you remember any particular session which was insane, like crazy?
Yes, definitely. There was one lady who had come and she was quite okay. And this particular lady which I am addressing right now, which I am talking about, I met her at a Pani Puri stall.
Okay.
I knew her before.
Okay.
I met her at a stall and I asked her to come and take the session. Something energetically I could feel that she needs some session. I asked her to come and take the session. She said, okay, let me try what it is. And it was very new for her. And it was really crazy. She never thought that what would happen during the session. The sound was irritating her so much. She was lying down on the carpet and she started pulling the carpet with lots of anger. And I was worried about all these instruments that she would pull all the things. And she started moving her entire body, banging her hand here and there.
My God.
Yeah. And she started screaming.
Okay.
To the top of the voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, there was some energy, there was some energies which were not balanced within her. If there are some imbalances, the sound enters from every angle. It reaches to the deepest core. It puts to balance physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It aligns everything together on its own. And if there is a block anywhere, the sound goes there and it keeps hitting those blocks.
Okay.
And if there are certain energies which doesn't want to move or doesn't want to go away, so those people with certain different energies, they have a resistance to these positive sounds. Yeah. So that time they.
So are you talking about like something reaction. Like a ghost or something like a?
No, we don't call it as ghost. There's nothing called ghost.
A bad spirit, maybe. No.
Some energy. It's all energy.
Yeah. Okay. And have you like sound healing? Does it treat diseases like cancer and all? Like, have you?
Of course.
Okay.
I've been working with a lot of people with cancer.
Okay.
And various other diseases also.
Yeah.
It really helps them to calm down. It helps them. Personally, whoever I have treated, they were undergoing chemo, and chemo is one of the painful therapies.
Treatments, yeah.
Very, very, very painful. But I have on record testimonials of people where they have reported that after the sound session, they don't feel the pain at all.
Wow.
Mentally, they are at peace. And their acceptance, the level of acceptance increases. I have a lot of people who are still surviving, and there are few who
couldn't make it.
Yeah, they are no more right now. But still, I have their testimonials where they have said that with this sound we have relived our life, painless, and so much of contentment they had after the sound session.
Well, that's very
interesting.
Lots
of gratitude and blessings they gave me. And I feel so grateful to be able to, bring little bit of peace for how much ever life they had.
Yeah, but it's so magical that, sound can do. We take it so for granted because we are hearing it continuously. So we don't really understand the importance of how it is affecting us somewhere or the other. And now that you have this beautiful tool and you're reaching out to so many people, it's really amazing. How did you get introduced to the world of sound? What got you here? Yeah, like what intrigued you to start to learn about this more?
Oh, you have touched one emotional part of this. So back then, this started in the year of 2005. I was working on digitizing photograph, the hard copies to digital form.
Okay, so you were a photographer.
Yeah.
Okay, you were a photographer.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So I was in the process of, digitizing a large number of photographs.
Okay.
Large number. So in the process, somebody wanted to convert some sound to
Digital.
digitize it so that they could copyright it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, it was needed for a very big cause. So I started working on that. That's how I started learning more about frequencies and energies. So the study started from 2005.
Okay.
And then later on there was a gap, and then there was always a curiosity to know more about how music affects. And I deal with a lot of youths. I also teach the Art of Living programs.
Okay.
So I deal with a lot of youths.
Youth, yeah.
And these days, if you notice, there are many youths who are exposed or who keep going for EDM. You know EDM?
EDM, yeah.
Yeah,
I think my brother listens to it.
Yeah, it is the worst. Sorry to say, but it is the worst.
Yeah, I don't understand that music. It's
It
too...
alters the state of mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've seen one of my students collapsing. He went for a rave party in Goa and he was collapsed and paralyzed
My God.
just by listening to sound, music.
Oh,
And then he was admitted to the hospital and he was in the hospital for 45 days.
so he was not on any substance. He was just...
No, not at
Just
all.
because of the music.
No, yes.
Oh, okay.
Overdoing.
Overdoing,
Anything overdoing is not
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
So that made me more curious. Then I started learning even more to understand. And now I would like to connect about the first organ which forms in the body, which is heart. And the heart beats. Now the heartbeat is also in a particular rhythm. It is not random.
No, yeah, it's always in a... Yeah,
It is,
that's why you
it
have...
has to be in a particular rhythm.
Yeah.
If it is out of rhythm, then there will be problems.
Problems, yeah.
So when there is a rhythm to the heart, and there is always a rhythm to the music. If there is no rhythm in the music, you will not be able to listen to that. It will not connect.
Connect.
And every music also has beats per minute. And there is also the heartbeat that is also measured 72.
72, yeah.
Yeah. So when there is a rhythm, the heart starts to connect with that rhythm. And the entire nervous system starts to connect with
that rhythm.
Yeah, with that rhythm. And that's why there are certain rhythm, when you just listen to that rhythm, have you seen people, in few seconds they will start tapping their foot.
Yeah, it happens without even you knowing. Yeah.
Unconsciously. How? The rhythm takes over. And you get connected, your nervous system get connected. That's how music connects. And this was the main reason for me to understand. And then I studied, then I got myself certified by International Academy of Sound Healing.
Okay. And it was like as if, it came to you because you were a photographer.
Yeah.
And
yes, from
just
light,
one work that came to you, that digitization of that one music track actually led you to something so big.
Yeah, from light I moved towards sound.
Wow. That's beautiful. One more thing now that because we are talking about love on RAWR, relationships.
Yeah.
And you see, I'm sure you're seeing that the problems with relationships is increasing, every day. How do your sessions or how does sound healing help in that? Does it help in any way?
Definitely.
Okay.
It's not like we put the relationship right. No. It is the first and very foremost important relationship, which is the base of everything, is your relationship with your own self. That matters first. Now, all the problems what people are facing out there is only because they are, trying to build relationship outside without even making an effort to build a relationship with themselves first. when they are not in sync with themselves first, how they will be able to sync with somebody outside?
Yeah, it's again like a rhythm when you are like...
When you are not in sync, when you are not in a rhythm with your own self, and you are trying to match rhythm with outside. And for some people, it happens on its own. I am not saying that all relationship doesn't work. It does work for quite a few people, but for a lot of people, it doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
It
Why?
backfires,
Because every person is also a different vibration, isn't it?
So you mean to say that when you're meeting somebody also, when you say that you've met somebody and you feel in a certain ways because your vibrations have matched. That's what you said, right? We say vibe.
Yeah. Yes,
we say no vibe match ho raha hai.
Yes.
So I think that's where you're talking about vibrations.
Yes.
And then when a person leaves your life, does that also mean that your vibrations have changed? Like both of y'all are not vibrating at the same frequency?
There is lots to... it's a big topic you are touching to.
Okay. Okay, but...
Yeah, it happens subconsciously. We are not always aware about these vibrations. We don't do it
it doesn't consciously nahi, it is just happening.
It just happens subconsciously, and I can give you some examples of certain places. When you visit certain places, you find the vibration very good and you feel like staying back in that place. And there are certain places where you don't feel like being there even for a moment further. You feel like, when can I leave from here?
Yeah, I experienced it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You go to a hospital, you go to a graveyard, you go to a funeral.
Yeah.
You will definitely feel like, when can I leave?
When can I leave? Yeah.
You will not feel like, chalo, let me just stay back. You will not feel like.
Yeah.
But when you go to some places which is natural, you go to a garden, go to a temple,
nature,
any such nature, you will feel like spending some more time there. Now, all the relationships is based on what? What is the base of any relationship?
Any relationship?
Yeah.
I think love, communication.
Yeah, it's love.
Connection, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what is love?
What is love? Yeah. I am supposed to ask you this question on my podcast.
You've been running this reel based on love. I should be asking this. What is love?
Love is...
an emotion?
It's an emotion, yeah. Where you... Vibration again. If I have to talk in terms of sound, I think love is a vibration. Yeah. A higher form of vibration.
Love is not an emotion at all.
Okay.
We are all... Our entire being is love. We are made up of love. Our goal is love. Our origin is love. It's all love. Okay? Now, it is our being. We already have it. Only thing is that there is a disconnect with our own self.
That causes all the problems.
Yes. And now, how sound can help there? See, there are various chakras, energetic centers in our body. Out of that, I will just touch the heart chakra, where due to various events in life, a person goes through different emotions. When a person goes, life means there will be events, isn't it? It cannot be without event. There will be event, and every event creates some good or bad emotions, some pleasant, some unpleasant moments. What we hold on to, we keep collecting all the not so good moments, isn't it? If I ask you to remember certain things, anybody will come up with a lot of not so good moments.
कि मेरे साथ ये हुआ है, वो हुआ है.
But out of that, there are a lot of good things also keep happening, but we don't hold on to it. Anything a person holds on to, something which is not so good. And where it holds on, it piles up and keeps on blocking the heart chakra again and again, repeatedly.
Okay.
Repeated events, repeated trauma, going through different, emotional ups and downs. And then when a person goes through a different relationship breakup, and then that event creates a kind of emotion, And then it's like when you burn your hand once, the second time you will be
careful.
10 times more careful.
Yeah.
And then back of the mind, what you register in your mind is, oh, is baar bhi aisa hua to.
Yeah, you get scared of love.
Yeah, you get
because
scared of
one
it.
breakup is going to make you like...
Now to heal, you need some environment, you need any amount of talking, any amount of counseling. Won't work, I can quote this.
Okay.
Then what it can do with sound. Because when we deal with sound, we don't even ask the person single thing about what the person has gone through. Anything, which is, we don't need it. The sound enters, and when we play a certain frequency, now the heart chakra has 639 frequency, 639 hertz. So when we play that 639 hertz, it reaches right to the heart chakra. It starts to absorb those vibrations.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because every single part of the body, every single organ inside the body has a different vibration, different frequency. When the same frequency sound is played outside, the organs inside starts to connect,
resonate with it.
You resonate, you become alert. It's like you are there in a crowd of 500 people and suddenly somebody announces your name loudly where everybody is able to hear, but you will respond in a different way. Suddenly you will be alert.
Yeah.
Why? Because you are familiar to those frequencies, you are familiar to the sound. So when those particular sound frequency is played, the organs inside, the chakras inside will start to resonate with that. And that's how slowly the heart chakra opens up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I mean, abhi tak I had just heard that therapy, counseling, that's like the new term now. Everybody ki breakup ho gaya, to therapy, ye wo le lo. And sound healing is so new. I think so many people just don't know that it works wonders and the kind of effects it can have.
Yes. I've been dealing with people with different types of depression, anxiety issues, and people with years of medication, people with a lot of psychiatric medication, years they have been taking, their medicines have been stopped after taking the sound healing session. It's not like people will have to come to me personally. I do this online as well.
Online also, okay.
Yes.
But how many sessions, like you decide, or how does it happen? Like,
it differs from person to person, but a basic session for a person to understand is at least 5 sessions.
5 sessions?
5 sessions.
Okay.
All the sessions are different.
Okay.
Then
and it gets, is there like a level? It gets intense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
there are different set of singing bowls what I use during the session. There are different singing bowls of different frequencies. For different ailments, different protocols are there.
Okay.
So when we follow certain protocols.
How important sound healing or, having the right sounds beside you is going to work for you? Like, people say think positive. I would also say vice versa now, that you play good music and I think you can change your thoughts.
Yes.
It's how you can also change how you think. But the fact is that I want you to tell my viewers, and something that even I can do in my daily life, because we are listening continuously to all these noises, I would say, which are creating stress, as you said. Like people are using bad words, you have the traffic sounds which can be very irritating. Any quick tip that you have for us that how we can cleanse or check onto our vibrations maybe?
When anything goes wrong with your vehicle, suppose you have the best of the vehicle. Say for example you have BMW.
Okay.
If something goes wrong to that vehicle, will you take that vehicle? Where will you take that vehicle? The first place?
To the showroom, like for the mechanic, like workshop, where they'll fix it. Yeah.
Will you take it to any workshop?
No.
Any roadside garage?
No. to the person.
Will that person justify the repair? Any local person?
No.
And if you take it to the manufacturer, will he?
He'll know
do justice?
exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have made it.
Made
they know
it.
it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And they can do well.
Yeah.
In the same way, who has created this body, when you go back to that, it will heal much better.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I am telling you this because when you go back to the source, that's where you can
Create magic.
heal yourself better. Now, to go back to the source is very easy as a layman. Wherever you are, you can do this. Again, connecting with sound. And as I mentioned, everything was created by Om.
Om. Yeah.
And you just connect with Om. You can just chant Om 5 times, 21 times. You repeatedly chant. Give some space. Because after the purpose of every sound is to bring silence in you. So after chanting Om, you just remain silent for a while and then again repeatedly you chant for the second, third, fourth, fifth time. You do it for 21 times. And just give some space in between, and when you complete 21 times, then you just stay still and see where you reach.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah, that is one thing. And if there are too many thoughts which are bothering you, you can do the Brahmari pranayam.
The Brahmari.
Yeah.
Humming.
By keeping the eardrums.
Eardrums.
You can shut the ear like this and create this humming sound.
Humming sound.
Yeah.
Brahmari pranayam. Yeah.
These are the two easiest way where we can, immediately we can connect back to our source.
This needs to be taught in schools.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I don't know why we are not exposed to this kind of knowledge.
Yeah, because we are not given this knowledge in the first place. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Just imagine your life moving around without footwear. What will happen? If you travel all around without the footwear, what will happen?
This will get sore, like the legs.
You will damage your legs.
Damage my legs, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It will be painful.
Painful.
It will be
Dirty, yeah.
So what we give so much importance to the footwear, the brand and the look and whatnot.
Yeah.
Why to take care of our foot? Isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can travel with that. All over the world we travel. Isn't it?
Yeah, we take it.
We safeguard our feet so much.
Yeah.
But what we have done to safeguard your mind? Is it safe? Is there any shield? Nothing. Any moment, anything can attack. I can say something, you have no control over it. In a fraction of a second, it can alter your state of mind.
Yeah.
If I say something right now.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
True.
So what you are doing to safeguard that mind? You are moving without a shield.
Yeah.
As if you are moving without a footwear. You can get hurt. This is how people get hurt, like this.
Easily.
Yes. Because they don't practice anything to safeguard their mind. This is the most needed.
So like having a ritual for your mind also every day.
Of course, the way you cleanse your body, externally you put so much of, you are so conscious that you need to look better.
Better.
Even more than that, what important is how you feel from inside. What you do to clean yourself from inside. When you do something from inside, your space around you, the energy, the vibes around you changes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for actually, I think it was a very beautiful session. And I'm sure that like me, I think most of them didn't know how sound is actually such an essential part of our life, and we really need to beware and be conscious about what we are hearing all the time.
Yes.
And you've given us such a beautiful modality now to go back to, I think, as a and I think everyone should explore it once. I've had 2 sound healing sessions and they have been amazing. And that's why I was like, I want to share this secret to the world and to my viewers for sure. Thank you so much to each and everyone who joined us on this episode. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We are going to be getting some more interesting topics in the next episode. Till then, keep rising, roaring and embracing love. And don't forget, I roar you.